on the national circuit here at Silverstone for the final race of the international version of the Nissan GT Academy 2015. So the Australian Matt Simmons Simo down in the Australian yellow number 5 car to pole position, which is on driver's left, alongside him, slightly behind him to his right hand side, the man who Wolfgang Reep has been mentoring in car number 7, the red one of Ryan Smith from the USA. In third, then the orange of Hussein Daghli. Fourth, the quiet man, as we've been calling him, Ali Sami. Very quick driver indeed. Seems to have his head and his focus in the right place, from Egypt, representing North Africa. And the fiery Mexican at the back in the green number 1 is Juan Carlos Carmona Chavez. And they are off and running for their race. It's a 10-lap event. I've just been added a couple on. 10-lap event then, down towards the first corner. They've all got through it, and they're in the sight of Johnny Palmer at Beckett.
And Ryan Lynch has made quick work of Matthew Simmons. Great out-braking manoeuvre, but he's overcooked it, and he's all over the grass, and Ryan Lynch very nearly spins. He's got a tank slapper on, and Ryan Lynch right at the back of the order. So Hussein Daghli has picked up the pieces there, because both Matthew Simmons and Ryan Lynch go wide at Beckett, and the orange number 6 car leads it down the Wellington Straight for the first time.
So it's Turkey leading then, the orange number 6 of Hussein Daghli, after the first two overcooked it in front of Johnny that time around. Watch for the progress of the number 4, the blue, or the 4th place car rather, started from 4th, the number 2, the blue car of Ali Sami, because that's given him an advantage as well as they come round towards the end of the first lap. They're in the complex now, and this is an absolute disaster for Ryan Lynch and Matty Simmons. It was a good start by Lynch, got to the lead, and as they come through this time, it's Turkey from Australia recovering into second, and then North Africa, Ali Sami in 3rd position, Mexico and the USA drop down into 4th position, and they're close enough still to have a few battles as Johnny Palmer can see them again.
Yeah, here they come then to Maggots and Beckett's for the first time, and Hussein Daghli, as we know, a little bit inconsistent, but may well like the movement of these Nissan 370Z. 2nd position, the Australian Matthew Simmons. 3rd place is Ali Sami, and then 4th position is the Mexican Juan Chavez, and then comes Ryan Lynch, several seconds down, having to do the recovery drive, but this is only a very short race, of course, so not a lot of time to try and recover those spots and maybe get a podium.
Fastest first sector though by Ryan Lynch in the USA car at the back of the field of 40.771. He is potentially the fastest man out there if the qualifying session earlier is anything to go by, but my goodness, he's got something in the region of 3 seconds to the front of the field, and of course 4 cars to pass to get back into that lead position that he snatched early on. End of lap number 2 now as they go through. It's Turkey, Australia, North Africa, Mexico and USA, and between 1st and 2nd, just on half a second, then 4/10, no, it's a full second from Australia back to North Africa. So Ali Sami hasn't been able to close in on the leaders. A 1:07.7 by the leader Hussein Daghli that time around.
Good lap from the number 6 then, the orange car, but this is a slightly better exit, I'd say, for Matthew Simmons as they work their way onto the Wellington Straight. Definitely a gap appearing between the 2nd place car, number 5, and the 3rd placed car, which is number 2, Ali Sami. So Sami more concerned perhaps with Juan Chavez in the mirrors, and Ryan Lynch is trying to reel those 2 cars in also.
And side by side now as they come through to the end of what is going to be lap number 3, 1:07.7, the best time out there, but Australia have got the best split time at the moment in that first sector, and it's Australia who've gone through in the lead. That was good enough for Matthew Simmons to recover all the way to the lead. Fantastic piece of driving. Slight sideways manoeuvre by Hussein Daghli there has seen him drop down into 2nd position, and it'll be Australia and the yellow number 5 car that Johnny Palmer sees first this time around.
Yep, yellow from orange, and then maybe Ali Sami stretching his leg to touch on Juan Chavez, but Chavez closes up under braking for Maggots and Beckett. Dust kicked up, in fact, from the Egyptian, and the Mexican driver may have an opportunity to get even closer. Ryan Lynch watching it all unfold in front of him, but unfortunately it's at several arms lengths, and he'd love to be much closer to the battle. The lead as close as it's ever been, I'd say, with Aussie Matthew Simmons continuing out front.
Oh, and once again action down into the braking area at the end of the Wellington Straight, and who's going to come out the best of that as they come back onto the start-finish line. It's very close indeed, you know, Johnny. The top four pretty much together, with at the back still Ryan Lynch trying to get back on terms, but he's not. He's done a 1:07.9 last time around, but it's not quick enough. He's not gaining, and now he's over 4 seconds behind the leader as Turkey's back in the lead as they go past me this time. And it's a 1:07.7 against a 1:06.2. That's the best times, but they were both down in the 1:08s. They're scrapping, and they're being caught now by North Africa, by Ali Sami in third place.
Here comes Hussein Daghli, and you know that Matthew Simmons thought about maybe drawing alongside as they made their run up, and a change for third position as Chavez is late on the brakes and goes up the inside of Ali Sami. Has he overcooked the exit though? Sami goes tighter as they go onto the Wellington Straight. There's almost an overlap, but not quite, and Juan Chavez has timed that brilliantly well up the inside. A classic Beckett's manoeuvre really to give him third position. The leaders still nose to tail.
Turkey, Australia and now Mexico in third position, ahead of Egypt representing North Africa, and then the USA trailing along, and Ryan Lynch will be kicking himself, snatched the lead in the first part of lap 1 but overcooked it down into Beckett's and has paid the price. Here they come now, and it is the end of lap number 5, and Australia have snaked it back into the lead from Turkey. Now Mexico in third place, 0.3 of a second, and then 2.5 seconds now back to third place. Johnny Palmer.
So here they come into my sight. That's Simmons versus Daghli, and you can't really tell the gap between them. Now as they get to broadside, it's about 2 car lengths between Matthew Simmons and Hussein Daghli, but it's much less as they brake, and only half a car's length really between the top 2 as Daghli cuts the corner a touch, kicks up dust. I don't think he crossed the line too much though, and therefore gets a slightly better exit onto the Wellington Straight. See that the 4th and 5th place cars drifting away very slightly away from Chavez. They are, but Ryan Lynch is lining up Ali Sami here, so this is the run from the American maybe to get back into the meaty part of the race. Ali Sami his first target.
And it looks like the USA has gone by Ali Sami there as they were breaking down at the end of the straight, and Turkey's back in the lead again as well as they come round to complete lap number 6 of 10. Oh, this is by far one of the best races we've seen here, certainly in terms of the battle for the lead. Every lap it's changed at least once. It's the 2015 Nissan GT Academy International final race. We're over half distance now, and 0.8 of a second. Australia made a mistake that time around. Matt Simmons, having rested back the lead, has made a mistake, but he's still in clear air. Mexico now third, and North Africa and the USA battling out for 4th and 5th.
Yeah, if Ryan Lynch didn't make the pass on Ali Sami, it's reverted back to the and Ryan Lynch goes straight on down the escape road. If we were on the Grand Prix circuit today, but sadly we're not, and Ryan Lynch continues straight on. Is that an issue with the car? He's going to get it rotated and pointed back towards the national circuit, but that might mean the end of Ryan Lynch, I'm afraid. Ali Sami with no longer any pressure on his shoulders, and Hussein Daghli enjoying the biggest lead he's had all race.
Well, he's turned the car around, he's with the rescue vehicles now, and he's coming rather tentatively back onto the circuit, Johnny, but I think that's it in terms of getting a result for Ryan Lynch, the fastest man in the qualifying session earlier on, and Ali Sami, the second fastest man, down in 4th position. It's Turkey, Australia, Mexico and North Africa as they go through this time, a 1:08.1 from the leader. Fastest man on the circuit is still the Australian Matt Simmons, and I think he's got an issue there. He's dropping back. He's just done a 1:10.1. His best lap's a 1:7.6, so that's not representative. And North Africa a 1:11.2 as well that time around. So has Ali Sami got an issue? The two leaders separated by a couple of seconds, and would you believe it, Johnny, it looks very much to me as though Hussein Daghli is cruising to victory here.
Looks the way of things, but what a run for Juan Chavez, who, remember, started in 5th position. He's now up to 2nd place. I think that might be a bit too much to ask for. 2.6 seconds to draw in race leader for Turkey, Hussein Daghli in the orange number 6, but Juan Chavez pulling the move on Matthew Simmons there. The Aussie's down to 3rd, although quickest man out on track at the moment.
We're on lap number 8 of 10, so 2 to go at the end of this one, as the Turkish driver, who's been mentored by Miguel Vesca, is still leading. It's the 6 car with the orange. Hussein Daghli Now it's about consistency at the head of the field. Last time around a 108.5, that's good. 108.1 for Mexico. He's closed down a wee bit, but not enough. The laps are running out, I'm afraid, for Juan Carlos Carmona Chavez. I don't think he's going to get back to the leader, Johnny.
No, but he is edging away from Matthew Simmons, so no real pressure from behind. He can concentrate on the man in front, but doesn't want to push it too hard. Of course, this is a great race for him. And
USA's coming to the pits, Johnny. The USA in the pits.
Yeah, I did wonder that because Ryan Lynch was in no hurry to rejoin. He had outbraked himself up at Beckett's, but then could have turned right a little sooner than he did, almost as if he was listening out for any bumps or bangs, or maybe as a result of the rather kind of errant way that he ran through Beckett's on the first lap and got that fishtail that he just about managed to control, but that ruined his race from the start. Hussein Daghli, though, the real star. But Juan Carlos Carmona Chavez will earn himself a lot of points just because of the racecraft involved.
Yes, I agree. He's the fiery man, isn't he? As described to us by the mentors this week. Starting the last lap then, through goes Hussein Daghli for Turkey, and the gap back to second is constant at 2.5 seconds. He's holding that really nicely. Then another 1.4 seconds further back in third place is Matt Simmons, the man who started from pole position. He'll be kicking himself. He's got the fastest lap, but a 1:10.1 last time around. He's in trouble. He's not got the pace in that car. I think he's going to hold on to third though.
Yeah, Ali Sami is in fourth position, but in no danger at the moment of worrying the Australian in the number 5 car, Matthew Simmons. Simmons now heading out of Beckett's then for this 10th time and heading down towards the left-hander at Brooklands, but it's Turkey who leads from Mexico, from Australia. Hussein Daghli, a exemplary drive to the win, it looks like.
Listen, there's no asterisks in motor racing. He had to be there, took advantage of the schmozzle that went on ahead of him. The guys in race control are going absolutely bananas, and of course Miguel Faisca is urging his charge home to take the checkered flag, which he does. There's a round of applause in front of me, and it is Hussein Daghli at lap 10 who takes it with a 2.5 second gap and another 1:08.5. That's mega consistent. Mexico in second place in the shape of Juan Carlos Carmona Chavez in the number 1 car. Well, he lapped within half a second of his best time for each of those 10 laps, and that will catch the judge's eye. Very impressive consistency coming from the back of the grid to second. Third place, and perhaps disappointment, much disappointment I would think, for Matthew Simmons, who'd started from pole position in the number 5 car, had a great scrap early on for the lead, had the fastest lap with a 1:07.6 in 4th position for Egypt and North Africa. Ali Sami looked like he was going to be some part of that race at the front of the field early on, but then a couple of slow laps, and at the end there a 1:10.6, and well off the pace of his fastest, a 1:08 flat. But surely the biggest disappointment for us, and indeed himself, Ryan Lynch, Captain America in the 7 red car, mentored by Wolfgang Reip, who took the lead early on, then had problems, further problems later on, outbreaking himself in front of Johnny Palmer. And really, that's not, Johnny, the way that he wanted to finish this 2015 Nissan GT Academy, the international sector of it.